The fish Jesus cooked on the shore of Galilee carried a nutrient your body is begging for right now. And the foods built around it deliver up to 15 times more omega-3 than a fish oil capsule. You feel the gap every morning, the stiffness in your hands, the fog by noon, the skin that bruises from nothing. 13 foods, 5 from the sea, the rest from the soil. For many of them, I will show you how to grow them. Stay with me because number 13 is not a fish, and it may be the most surprising food on this list. Today, we are going through 13 foods that can restore what your body has been missing. Some carry up to 15 times more omega-3 than a standard fish oil capsule. For many of them, I will show you how to grow them in your own soil. God did not design these to come in a plastic bottle from a factory. Stay with me until the end. As always, this is not professional medical or nutritional advice. Always talk with a qualified healthcare provider before changing your diet or health routine. Number 1 is the sardine. Picture the shore of the Sea of Galilee before dawn. The disciples have fished all night and caught nothing. And there on the beach stands the risen Christ. He has built a charcoal fire. There are fish on the coals and bread beside it. John chapter 21 verses 9 through 13. He does not preach, he cooks breakfast. The Greek word upsarion used in John 6 verse 9 when Jesus feeds the 5,000 refers to small preserved fish, what we call sardines. A single tin delivers about 1,800 milligrams of omega-3, more than most fish oil capsules, plus 35% of your daily calcium from the soft bones and 70% of your B12. If your joints feel stiff in the morning, omega-3 is one of the first nutrients to ask about. Multiple studies have linked regular omega-3 intake to lower inflammation and better joint mobility. Sardines sit low on the mercury chain because they are small. People who manage gout should moderate their intake because of the purine. For most people, they are one of the safest fish you can eat. Eat them on whole grain toast with lemon. They require no cooking and last for years on the shelf. Number 2 is tilapia. In Matthew 17 verse 27, Jesus tells Peter to cast a hook into the sea. The first fish he catches will have a coin in its mouth to pay the temple tax. The fish scholars identify with this passage is a species of tilapia. To this day, it is called St. Peter's fish. Tilapia has been farmed in the Nile Delta for over 4,000 years. Egyptian tomb paintings show tilapia in holding ponds. A 3.5-ounce fillet provides about 26 grams of complete protein in only 130 calories, plus moderate omega-3 and 50% of your daily selenium. After 50, your body loses muscle mass at 1 to 2% every year. Lean protein is the simplest way to slow it down. Look for wild-caught or responsibly farmed. Tilapia is also one of the easiest fish to raise at home in a simple aquaponics setup. The fish waste feeds the plants, and the plants clean the water. Number 3 is the salted anchovy. Stay with me on this one, because the next food on this list carries a number that surprised even me. The town of Magdala sat on the western shore of the Sea of Galilee. It is the hometown of Mary Magdalene. Its name likely comes from the Hebrew Migdal Nunya, which means Tower of Fish. Archaeologists have uncovered first-century fish salting pools at this site. The small preserved fish at the feeding of the 5,000 were almost certainly salted anchovies processed in towns like Magdala. A 2-ounce serving, that is about 8 to 10 fillets, provides roughly 1,300 milligrams of omega-3. Plus calcium from the tiny edible bones. Ounce for ounce, anchovies are among the most concentrated omega-3 sources of any fish. They are high in sodium, so people managing blood pressure should eat them in small amounts. Melt a few fillets into olive oil at the start of cooking. They dissolve into a rich, savory base that transforms an entire dish. Number 4 is the barbel. Barbels are freshwater fish native to the Sea of Galilee and the Jordan River system. They belong to the carp family and are among the fish the disciples would have caught daily. Leviticus 11 verses 9 through 12 declares clean any fish with fins and scales, and barbels qualify. A 3.5 ounce serving provides 500 to 900 milligrams of omega 3. Plus complete protein and B vitamins, best grilled or baked with fresh herbs. Number 5 is richest, the large fish of Galilee. Musht refers to a group of large cichlid fish closely related to tilapia. These are the ones that filled Peter's nets when Jesus said, "Cast on the other side" in Luke 5 verses 4 through 7. To this day, musht is the fish served at restaurants along the Galilean shore. It carries a protein and omega-3 profile similar to tilapia, but the larger body means more total omega-3 in a single meal. If you cannot find musht by name, any large tilapia is the closest match. But here is what most people do not realize. God did not put omega-3 only in the water. He put it in the soil. Number 6 is the flaxseed, and this is the number I mentioned. In Exodus 9 verse 31, the flax was in bloom when the plague of hail struck Egypt. In Joshua 2 verse 6, Rahab hides the Israelite spies under stalks of flax drying on her rooftop in Jericho. Flax has been cultivated in the Fertile Crescent for more than 10,000 years. 1 ounce of ground flaxseed, that is about 3 tablespoons, contains roughly 6,300 milligrams of omega 3. A standard fish oil capsule contains 300 to 500, that is up to 15 times more total omega-3 in a single serving than in a pill you buy at the pharmacy. Now I want to be honest. Flaxseed delivers its omega-3 as ALA, the plant form. Your body converts it to the EPA and DHA found in fish, but the conversion is modest. The advantage of whole flaxseed is that it comes with fiber, lignans, magnesium, and phosphorus. The capsule gives you one compound. The seed gives you the whole design. People on blood thinners should check with their doctor. For most people, a tablespoon a day in oatmeal is all it takes. Flax grows in zones 3 through 10, tolerates poor soil, and reaches maturity in 90 to 100 days. Sow seeds directly after last frost. In tropical climates, it is highly challenging to grow as it strictly requires cool temperatures and long daylight hours, meaning standard tropical conditions generally prevent successful cultivation. It self-seeds year after year. A woman on a rooftop in Jericho dried this plant to save 2 spies. You can grow it in a bucket on your porch. Number 7 is the walnut. In Song of Solomon 6 verse 11, the Beloved says, "I went down into the garden of nuts to see the fruits of the valley." The Hebrew word is egozi. It means walnut. 1 ounce, that is about 14 halves, contains roughly 2,500 milligrams of ALA, the highest omega-3 of any tree nut, plus magnesium, copper, and polyphenols that support brain health. If you notice the brain fog getting thicker by afternoon, omega-3 and polyphenols are among the first nutrients to consider. The FDA has allowed a qualified health claim on walnut packaging, linking regular consumption to reduced heart disease risk. If you have a tree nut allergy, avoid them entirely. For everyone else, a small handful a day is enough. Walnut trees take years to mature, but they produce for generations. Planting one is an act of faith. The harvest belongs to your children. Do not skip this next one. This is one most people walk right past. Number 8 is the mustard seed. In Matthew 13, verses 31 and 32, Jesus compares the kingdom of heaven to a grain of mustard seed, the smallest of all seeds that becomes the largest of garden plants. 1 tablespoon of mustard seeds contains roughly 200 milligrams of ALA, plus selenium and magnesium. The greens of the same plant add vitamins K, A, and C, and mustard is one of the easiest plants you will ever grow. Direct sow in any container. It germinates in 4 to 7 days. Harvest greens in 30 days, seeds in 80 to 90. Just like the parable, 1 seed becomes a garden. It self-seeds with almost no effort. In tropical climates, grow it in the cool, dry season. Number 9 is the salvia seed. Modern chia seeds come from Central America, not the Middle East, but the broader salvia genus includes species native to the Levant that grew wild across the hills where Jesus walked. 1 ounce of chia seeds delivers roughly 5,000 milligrams of ALA, the second highest plant source of omega-3 after flax, plus 11 grams of fiber and 4 grams of protein in a single ounce. Chia absorbs up to 12 times its weight in water. Stir a tablespoon into water or a smoothie and let it sit for 10 minutes. It turns into a gel that keeps you full. In warm climates, chia grows easily from seed, scatter, and water. It does not need much. Number 10 is the hemp seed. Hemp does not appear in Scripture by name. It has been cultivated in the ancient Near East for at least 6,000 years, primarily for fiber and rope. It earns its place through what it delivers. 3 tablespoons of hulled hemp seeds provide roughly 2,600 milligrams of ALA, plus complete protein with all 9 essential amino acids, plus iron and zinc and magnesium. The omega-6 to omega-3 ratio sits at roughly 3 to 1, which researchers consider ideal. Sprinkle them on salads or stir them into oatmeal. No cooking required. Number 11 is the pumpkin seed. In Jonah 4, verses 6 through 10, God appointed a plant to grow over Jonah and shade him. The Hebrew word kikayon has been debated for centuries, but many traditions link it to a fast-growing gourd. 1 ounce of pumpkin seeds delivers 37% of your daily magnesium, 23% of your zinc, 33% of your phosphorus. The omega-3 is modest, but the zinc and magnesium support your body's ability to use the omega-3 from everything else on this list. And here's what I want you to think about. You are spending $12 to $15 a pound on pumpkin seeds in a bag at the store. 1 pumpkin gives you hundreds of seeds for free. Bush varieties grow in containers as small as 5 gallons, ready in 90 to 120 days. Scoop the seeds from 1 pumpkin, rinse them, dry them, and store them in a jar. 1 vine can produce 3 to 5 pumpkins, and each pumpkin holds hundreds of seeds. In Genesis 2 verse 15, the Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden, to work it and to keep it. Saving seeds from a pumpkin and planting them is not just gardening. It is answering the oldest assignment God ever gave. Number 12 is olive oil. Deuteronomy 8 verse 8 lists olive oil among the 7 species of the Promised Land. It was the oil of daily life. Olive oil is primarily omega-9, not omega-3, but 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil still contains roughly 100 milligrams of ALA. Its real gift here is as a carrier. Olive oil enhances absorption of fat-soluble nutrients from every other food on this list. Drizzle it on your flaxseed. Use it to cook your fish. Dress your greens with it. It is not the star. It is the companion that helps everything else work. Number 13. And that brings us to the last one. The one I told you about at the beginning. It is not a fish. It is a plant. And there is a good chance it is growing in your yard right now. Most people pull it out and throw it away. Purslane. It has been eaten across the Middle East and the Mediterranean for at least 4,000 years. Greek and Roman writers mentioned it. It grew in the gardens of ancient Egypt. It does not appear in the Bible by name, but it has been growing in the same soil as every plant on this list for thousands of years. Purslane is the highest omega-3 leafy green on Earth. 100 grams provides roughly 300 to 400 milligrams of ALA. But here is what makes it extraordinary. Purslane also contains small amounts of EPA, the same form of omega-3 found in fish. One of the only plants on Earth that does this. A plant that carries the omega-3 of the sea inside, leaves that grow from the soil, plus vitamins A and C and E, plus magnesium, calcium, potassium, and iron. It even contains melatonin, which your body uses to regulate sleep. Your grandmother may have had this growing behind her house. In the Philippines, they call it gulasiman or gulasiman bato. In West Africa, it is obele. In Mexico, they call it verdolagas. In the American South, older generations called it pigweed. They put it in stews and salads. They did not need a study. They knew it worked. Scatter seeds on the surface of any pot or garden bed. Do not even cover them, because they need light to germinate. Harvest in 40 to 50 days. Cut it and it grows back. It self-seeds so freely you will never plant it again. God designed it to keep giving. If you take medications regularly, some of these carry considerations worth discussing with your doctor. You do not need to eat all 13 every day. Start with 2 or 3. A can of sardines, a tablespoon of flaxseed, a handful of walnuts. Even small additions can make a real difference over time, and for the ones that grow, plant them. Put a seed in soil. That is not just gardening. That is answering the oldest assignment God ever gave. Share this with someone at your table. Modern science is only beginning to understand them. Take care of yourself, starting perhaps with what is already growing in your garden or what you can plant there tomorrow.